everybody, it's Care. Let's uncap our Jiffy greenhouse and let's see what sprouted. So here we have it. We have our Jiffy greenhouse. Let's take the lid off. Ah. We've got a bunch of seedlings that have come up. See? Yes. The ones that are quite tall, I'm going to take out of here and I'm going to go plant in the garden. I don't want to leave them in there because then they'll get too hot. They get too tall and then they'll start to wither and die. So you want to make sure you take those tall ones out of there. Looks like we definitely have radishes coming up. Definitely have some kale. Yay. Pretty excited. Okay, let's go plant them in the garden. Okay, so here we are down at one of my garden beds. I have arugula growing here, but it's going to seed, so I'm going to plant some more. And I have a bunch that has come up in the little seed pods, so I'm going to plant that. Here we go. So I've gone ahead and I've placed my arugula pods, and I'm going to go ahead and plant them. I'm actually not going to use my gardening gloves for this because I want to be able to feel the soil, whereas when you wear the gardening gloves, you're not going to be able to do that. So here we go. I'm going to set this little sucker away, spacing them out about 6 inches or so. So that's about how far they need to be away from each other. Be careful with our little seedling top. Alright. Let's take this one, set that aside. I'm going to dig a little bit of an indent for it. Put it in there. Try to get it level with the soil. I really like using seed pods. They're really a great way to do gardening, especially when you have delicate stuff like arugula. Radishes you don't really need to do that with, and some other vegetables too, but I like to do it just to start with, because once again, I have lower lumbar strain, so I don't like bending over a lot. Alright, set our little guy down in there. I'm going to cover him up. Push a lot of dirt around here. Okay, now I'm going to give it a nice drink of water, and you see my marigolds? You want to have them. That's what's going to help keep the bugs off of your arugula, or whatever you happen to be planting. Alright, here we go. Watering. Water everything well. I actually got this watering jug from Walmart. I love it. It doesn't rust. At least that's what they say. So, we'll find out in about a year or so how well it does. But for right now, it's doing a great job, because it evenly sprinkles on all the vegetables, which is what I love. These are green onions right here. I'm going to water them too. And what you see over here, this is romaine lettuce that I actually chopped it off at the base, and I left about 1 inch left on each of these plants. And guess what? They regenerated. Now I've got new lettuce growing. Nature is so cool. Okay, let's go to the next planting bed, and I'm going to show you how to do radishes. Okay, here we are at the planting bed. If you look down there, I've got one radish. This is my row of radishes. This is where I like to use the seed pods, because literally you come down here and you can pull that radish out of the seed pod, just pop. It'll pop right out, and the roots are pretty clean. You don't have to do much cleaning. That's why I like to plant radishes in seed pods. So, okay, I've already pre-done holes, as you can see. I kind of made myself a little spot for the radishes I'm going to put in there. And by the way, I've got a peat pod a peat pod right here, And there's actually a radish coming up in that because I replanted radish seeds about a week ago in here as well. So I like to repurpose things also. Anyway, okay, let's do it. Let's just plant this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go right here and see, I have made a list. You can see it. Row number 3 was arugula, 4 is basil, 5 is radishes, and that is this row right here. So there's actually a radish coming up here, which I'm going to place right here. And then the ones that are coming up I'm planting, I'm going to place that one right there. And then here, I'm going to place it right here. And then this seed pod, I'm going to put right here. And then I'm going to take the rest of the seed pods, and I'm going to put this one right here. And I'm going to take the final one, because I know that the radish will probably come up in there, because I have amazing luck with radishes. I'm going to plant this little sucker kind of close to the other one. So I'm actually going to make some room right here and plant that right there. Because I planted carrots here, which you can see the little carrots, they're not all coming up. So carrots are kind of hit or miss in Florida heat. So we'll plant that right there. And then these guys are going to grow, and they'll grow beautifully. So let's take this one, dig that a little deeper. Like I said, I don't like to use gardening gloves when I work with like real intricate stuff like this. Ooh, oh, there's a little baby radish. That is so cool. Okay, well, interesting. I think I'll plant this little sucker in the ground and see what happens. It actually looks like it may be one of my pigeon peas that fell into the seeding pod. So, yippee! We'll see. We'll see what grows. All right, and then back over here. And I've got my watering can here. I've also got my gardening gloves just in case I do need them. And I've got my whole seed container here. Okay, next one. Cover it up. All right, this final one here, just kind of build the dirt around it. Radishes are so cool. They only take 30 days to come up, so they're really a great crop to grow. And they come in all varieties. You can get them in like scarlet, you can get them in white. They're really French radishes, and they're really, really unique. So, all right, let's give it a drink of water. All my little radishes. Let's give them all a drink of water. The watering tray. Another thing I like about this watering can is that it's got a wooden handle on it, and it's really, really handy because when you're walking down, it's real heavy with water. You can just use that to carry it with, but when you're actually watering, you can hold onto the handle on the side, so yay. Okay, when I'm done watering all this, I'm going to go back around here and I'm going to push up more dirt around these seed pods. All right, because some of them don't have. You kind of want to get, like I do with pots, you kind of want to get it up to the line. By the way, I'm trying to do this video by myself, so just forgive the little wayward shots, but I just want to show everybody how I do this. All right, and there you go. And see that radish up there? That radish right there is not ready yet. It's very tiny, but give it about another 2 weeks and it's going to be big fatty, I'm sure. I grew one the size of my hand. It looked like an apple. It was that cool. So yeah, radishes are really easy to grow in Florida, even in the heat. Today is the 3rd of May, so I'm expecting that these radishes are going to come up in, I'll probably have radishes in about a month. Really, when you get into the heat of the summer, they're going to be harder to grow because it's going to be so hot. But for right now, I think I can get one more little crop of radish. Just a quick little shot. These are the radishes I harvested this morning before I planted my pea pod radishes. This is how beautiful they are. Now, I haven't cleaned them or washed them yet, but they're absolutely beautiful. And that's about the size that they grow. So, also, I have a friend, Martine, that told me that she eats the leaves of the radishes in like salad. So, yay, Martine. Good tip. Okay, that's it. Have a nice day.